I'm hitting live. And we should be live.
Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Sunday Nights with Those Guys. I apologize. Hold it. I'm not even on camera. Get out of makeup room. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Sunday Nights with Those Guys. I apologize severely, but of course, because it's the 100th live stream, for some damn reason, things happen. We had a problem starting the live stream. As to why, I don't know what happened. I don't even care, but we had an alternate plan B and it worked. And that's all that matters.
You need a Zoom update.
Huh?
You need a Zoom update.
Yeah. Well, Zoom was kind of acting a little funky. What's up, Michael Blades, Quadcopters and Tech, Daryl Hickman, Alex Greer. There was a few other people here earlier. UFO and Classic were here, and someone else was here earlier. But thanks for coming in, Michael Blade. How are you? At 6 p.m. for you guys that don't want to get bored.
Everyone.
You guys that don't want to get bored, at 6 p.m. you can actually come back and in about an hour or less from now, and we'll be giving away this Mama stack for you FPV guys. Welsh Rob just went live and someone else. All right, well, whatever. Anyway, welcome to Sunday Nights with Those Guys. I'm happy 100th live stream, Herman.
Yes. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I mean, it's a small milestone, but it's a milestone yet. And
what's up, Plummet? What's up, Rigor Mortis? How are you?
We want to add to a few more hundred.
Yeah, I would like it to get to a few more hundred, seriously. But anyway, Dave Innes, how are you? Yes, we are okay. We had a technical difficulty starting, but because we try to keep an alternate plan B, we had to go to plan B. And it worked. We don't know if Tom is going to be on with us tonight because I believe Tom is on the West Coast this weekend. He said if he can get a chance to stop in, that I was flying with him earlier this week. He said he should see me on Sunday, and he said, "Oh yeah, I'm going to be on the West Coast." So he should be coming in shortly, getting ready to go to Florida on Thursday. Okay, Michael Blade, you better watch it, man. It's COVID center down there. All those young folks down there, half naked, coughing on each other. No, have fun, travel safe, and take extra mask. You know the deal already.
Yeah, just be safe.
But anyway, I wanted you FPV guys that are in here. See the support I'm getting from the FPV crew? This is why I need to have an FPV segment on Sunday Nights with Those Guys.
Really?
At least the last half hour, the middle half hour.
You should have been doing it regardless.
I know.
I kind of left that up to you and Justin.
What's up, Paul Murray? Lawrence, did you match the DJI FPV fund for Herman? Actually, a few people matched it. We're getting there. Yes, we're getting there. For Herman, Herman's looking closer and closer at the FPV bird. And how's everyone doing? How's everybody's weekend? Did you get to fly? I know if you lived in the northeastern section of the United States, the weather hit like the 70s, the 60s and 70s. At least it did here in New York this week. Not to mention yesterday was freezing and today's freezing, but beware of the Ides of March.
Well, I did want to mention one thing. We have such a tremendous community here in the drone world, the unmanned aircraft vehicle systems, whichever one you want to call it, whichever one of the phrases or whatever you want to give it. But like I said, we have such a tremendous community, bunch of good guys like, Mr. Paul Murray himself there. And, everybody knows Metro Drones is a big supporter, Chris Hope and these guys.
Yes.
But the industry lost an angel. Rick Halbert was a very big supporter. I know of my channel.
Yes, he was a big supporter of a lot of channels.
All of the drone channels.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I first started doing live streams, he came to the live streams, and you know, he bought me a lipo bag for my batteries. You know, he was always there for everyone in this community, and I hope that everybody remembers, you know, the guy that he was. My condolences to his family and his close friends, but he was a friend to all of us in this community, and he's going to be missed by this community. Uh,
I, I I agree. I agree 100%. Uh, Everyone here at those guys, Herman and I have spoken about it. Our condolences go out to Rick Halber's family. And also, I wanted to point out that, let me pull it up real quick. Tim Jackson, you guys know who Tim Jackson is. He has been I can't say axed, by Northeast Drone. Let me pull it up. He sent me a message. Okay, Northeast Drone Productions. Northeast Drone Production has that Northeast drone group. I don't know if you guys are members of it, but if you're not, I'll put the link in the chat. And he wants everyone that knew Rick Halber to send in a 10 to 50-second video to Matt Northeast as soon as you are able to so he could put together a tribute video for Rick Halber. And he says the only thing he suggests, if you do it by drone or camera, it'd be no less than 60 meters. So I'm guesstimating no more than 20, 25 feet away from the camera. If you want to get your full body, if you want to I'll probably do a chest up shot, chest up clip or something like that. Or maybe I'll be standing outside somewhere. But if you can give 10 to 15-second clip like that, I'll post the email here, and it has to be at 30 frames per second. Okay. A lot of you guys fly DJI. DJI does it at 29.9
same
frames per
difference.
second. It's the
Same
same
difference.
thing. Right. But this is the email that if you want to send that clip to. Once again, it's the 10 to 15-second clip, and 30 frames per second. So if you guys give a second, hey, what's up, Stevie? A shot and a drop later. Mr. Crowley, if you don't mind, we want to give a little 10-second moment of silence for Rick Halber, and then we'll get back to the live stream. And yes, at 6 p.m., I will be giving away the Mamba stack. I'm going to use a random generator, and it works like this. As soon as I click the button, boom, the name comes up. There's no wheels spinning. No, we don't have none of that fancy shit here. But let's have a 10-minute moment of silence really quick, a 10-second moment of silence for Rick Halber, and we'll get back to the live stream. Okay. Alex Greer is a little confused. He doesn't know who Rick Halber is. He was another supporter of our channel, of those guys, and a
Drone
lot of
pilot
other
himself.
channels. Ken Herron's out there, and he's a well-known and liked drone pilot, a camera drone pilot, and he was sick for a little bit, and he passed. Sorry for those of you who don't know what's going on. Okay. Drone worship, what's good, man? I'm looking for my mirror. Take a picture of me today. Oh,
What happened?
he's looking in his mirror. Let's take a picture of him today.
Oh,
Anyway,
good drone worship.
at 6 p.m. we will have the giveaway. Like I said, there's a free random comment generator, and supposedly everyone that was not an FPV pilot, I hid their comments, and everyone who I know who's an FPV pilot, etc., who typed "I'm in" on that particular video qualifies for it. Night Train, what's good? How are you, Mike? What's good? How are you? We'll probably do a shot and a drop a little later on for our 100th live stream tonight.
Mm-mm-mm.
Okay.
Wow.
Uh, Life and Rec community. Yes, see, big supporter of the drone
Yes.
community.
Yeah,
Anyway,
he was a friend to everyone.
yes, he was a friend of everyone. But getting back to what we were doing and everything, um, like I said, Tom may or may not be on tonight because he's on the West Coast. I'm hoping with daylight savings time here in New York and that everything isn't screwed up. But whether it is or isn't, we the live stream must go on.
He still got to move an hour, so it doesn't matter.
Yes. This is true. You still have to do an hour. So you FPV guys, I know you'll probably be in and out, or if you got a drone to work on for a while. What we usually do here for those of you who are here for the first time, we usually do a few drone stories, like on the drone industry, remote ID, which is actually the first story I can segment into, and it's basically a story on when will remote ID go into effect. The FAA has announced a date. For those of you who are keeping up with this remote ID stuff, if you're not, you should be. And this applies to even FPV pilots, because if you notice, they're making boards with Bluetooth capability and stuff like that. Well, as long as it transmits, your FPV bird transmits a Wi-Fi frequency or a Bluetooth frequency, it's still complying with the remote ID rules. I don't know if you may have known that, but it is. But anyway, the FAA goes to say that um, in a press release published Friday night by the FAA, says the final rules requiring remote identification of drones and allowing some flights over people, over moving vehicles, and not at night under certain conditions will go into effect April 21st. Now, this doesn't mean April 21st you have to have remote ID in your FPV birds and your camera drones and stuff like that. What it means is that within a time frame of 2 months, any business that's selling drones or drone parts needs to be compliant with remote ID. Okay. And what they're saying is, okay, after the effective date, this is 2 years. So starting April 21st, April 21st, 2021, this year, they are putting the rules of you being able to fly at night and fly over people, provided you're 107 and have a special waiver and things like that, to make it easier for people, who do commercial stuff. But remote ID also affects you camera drone pilots out there that um go out on a weekend, or go fly every day off or whatever, because all they're saying is they want to know where the hell your drone is when it's in the air. And all of that baloney that you hear. Yes, Night Train says, good luck to everyone. Congrats on the 100th live stream. Thank you, Night Train. I'm sorry, I haven't been looking in the chat either. Rodney Bell, how are you? I'm sorry, I haven't been in the chat. I've been in another window looking at the story.
Lawrence, and according to that article.
Oh, wait a minute. Tom may have I just got a message. Remember, we started the live stream different?
Yeah, did you send Tom?
I have to send Tom an invite.
Oh, okay.
Remember, we did the live stream wrong. That'll explain why he's not here.
Right. Yeah.
Give me a second, guys. But what do you think?
What I was saying to you about this article, from what the article I got from reading here, is that they're saying that this date of April 21st of what is that? April 21st of this year.
That was Tom contacting me.
Now, that is the date that it's supposed to go, effective date of the finalization. But in accordance to this, manufacturers have another 2 years to comply with this. In accordance to this article, and for the operators, 36
for drone operators, yes.
Which is what, 3 years?
Yes, it is. 3
years. You're saying 3 years from the effective date of April 21st.
Yes.
So what they're saying is the April 21st, 2024.
Yep.
Everybody should be complying across the board with remote ID. That's what this article is saying.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
So
And-
now from there, if you give everyone the link to this article, there should be no confusion from here going forth.
You're right. I could post. I might as well do that. Post it. This link that we got this news from. So nobody. Thanks, Chaos. I appreciate it very much, man. We appreciate it here. We appreciate all you guys. It's 5:20. Give it a little over 40 minutes, and we'll be a little around 40 minutes in, and we'll do the giveaway basically around 6 o'clock. But this is the link to this story. So
many people will interpret
tomorrow,
differently.
tomorrow there's going to be people doing live streams, and they're going to be asking this question. So when does remote ID come into effect?
Because it says 36 months from the effective date to comply.
Yes, yes, yes. So hey,
that's
Robert
3
C,
years,
what's good, man.
From April 21st, 2021.
Let me see. I'm going to send Stevie an invite too, because oh, see, let's do it. See, I don't see this stuff because unlike some people, I don't have a 49-inch widescreen here. I have a 39-inch up here, and I have a 27-inch down here on the bottom. Here comes Tom.
See,
Tom's coming in.
So that means when they deliver the new one, I can't tell you.
Oh, no, no, no.
Tom looks comfortable.
I'll be.
Extra comfortable. Hat turned backwards.
You're muted, Tom. What's good? How are you, man? Everyone.
How you doing, Tom?
There's Tom.
Doing good.
Yes.
Doing good.
Little one, our 100th live stream, doing something.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it much. So at 6 p.m., we were just doing the first story, and it dawned on me when I heard the alert on my phone. I said, wait a minute. Tom didn't get the new invite because we were having technical difficulties starting the live stream. We were trying something new, and of course it shit the bed. So we had to go back to alternate plan B, but we got it live, and I apologize. I did forget.
No
Drone Days, how are you? Colton Butler, Rigor Mortis, Capture Life. Stevie said he's going to come in too. We're going to do a drop and a shot and a drop, maybe after I do the giveaway or before I do the giveaway. We did a little thing for
early here, bro.
So you're on the West Coast.
A few hours early. Yeah. Well, I'm on Pacific time zone. Yeah.
Oh, you're on Pacific time. Good enough. That's good enough. I'm lurking in
Plus
hope
the time change
of
this
a new
weekend
stack.
too was a lot of fun.
Rigor Mortis, all you guys, I appreciate you coming in. And I also told Herman at some time and point, I plan on starting some type of FPV section during Sunday nights with those guys. Maybe it'll be in the first half hour. Maybe it won't. I have no idea. We'll figure it out. Mr.
I think what we should have is a marketplace for cannibalized parts and pieces from leftover DJI FPV drones where they didn't buy, care refresh.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's a few out there,
okay.
especially in the local area that. Yeah, I think they're actually starting a new group called DJI FPV Pile Drivers. Okay, so and if you haven't gotten your invite yet, feel lucky.
Thanks, Louis P. We appreciate it, man, for stopping in. We always do.
In the market.
What are they giving away again? You missed for FPV pilots only.
I thought we were giving away Herman's Phantoms behind his head.
I did a little giveaway for the 100th live stream, and on a certain video, you had to leave the words "I'm in," and giving away a F4 stack, Mamba stack. I had it. It's brand new. I used this as an excuse to get something else, so now I can afford to give this away.
That's what it is.
There you go.
Yeah.
Rigor Mortis, I don't think we're going to see DJI FPV race day anytime soon, but good try.
Rodney Bell, what's good, man? But anyway, going back to the remote ID thing, I put the link in the chat, and I'm going to put it again. So anybody wants to talk about it, and they say there's no, Stevie just messaged me.
Right.
That's a story. Oh shoot! I sent Stevie a story.
Same one you sent me before.
Oh shoot, I'm sorry, man.
How you doing that? How'd you do that?
Dude, it's just, Murphy's Law. What will go wrong?
It's TD with
Very
those
small.
guys. Technical difficulties with those guys.
It shouldn't even be
Okay.
there anymore.
It shouldn't, but who knows?
Yeah, I was getting a
Yeah,
message.
Stevie's
The
like, what
host,
the hell? You sending me a damn story? Here we go,
yeah, the
Stevie.
host
There
was
it is.
in progress with a different meeting. That's what I got.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, because you have the session open. That's why.
Right. Okay.
You have the
you're
other
right,
session
you're
open.
Right. Right.
Don't close it because you might kill this one.
Oh no. I already killed it. What it's
No.
telling you is that the code that you're using to gain access to this Zoom meeting is invalid, and I am in another section.
No,
But
I think what the message said is the host screwed up. That's what it said. Okay, if you look it up, that's what it said.
hey,
Did it use the words big time?
That's that Pacific Coast humor.
Yeah,
So
Pacific Coast. It's been a fun weekend because not only did we get the time change for flying out here, but we're still doing this archaic thing called switching from spring forward, fall behind, right?
Yeah. Well,
It's
it's the first day, so
they gotta stop it.
It's the first day, so nobody's actually used to it. I'm actually off because when I got up, I said I'm gonna lay down an extra hour, and when I got up, it was still the same time that I usually get up, but it's all screwed up now. Confusion say FPV fill the soul, but empties wallets. Oh, Confucius say FPV fills the soul, but empties the wallet. I like that.
Well, you
have a valid point
it
there.
Sure does.
I was watching television.
But listen,
time change happened. I just go, I don't care.
Well, Tom, we're up to the story where that asks the question: is the state you live in ready for commercial drones? And I was looking through the list. It's actually a cool little thing. For those of you who want to know if they're going to bring commercial drones and passenger and delivery, all of those types of drones to your state, this article lets you know how close your state is to it actually happening. And I was going through the list.
Well, the possibility of there.
Now they have a live map, interactive map, which lets you know from 1 to 50, because there's 50 states, what order, starting with 1 being the best chance of commercial drones and stuff being activated or initiated in that state. And I'll give you the link to the interactive map, but right now, North Dakota is the most optimum state in the United States. And us coming out of New York, I was surprised to hear that we, like Herman said, we're not in a bad area in the list, but we're not in a good one. We placed 39th, tied with Alabama for being next in line, or however they say, most ready.
Being UAS friendly.
Yes. The capability of there. So because talking about these drone
supporting initiative
and stuff like that is one of the main criteria that was taken into consideration for this.
Well, I like this story. This is the actual map here. I'm going to post it in the chat so you guys can click around and play with it and stuff. But it lets you know, and it's supposed to be interactive. I mean, I haven't played with it too much myself, but I'll pull it up on screen and show you real quick.
You also got to keep in mind that a lot of this, the drone technology is moving a lot faster than legislation, and some of these people who are, supposedly lawmakers,
are ready for it or up to it. Yeah,
and they're not really.
Well, according to the screen here, the lightest colors are the higher rank, because North Dakota's 1. You have Nevada here, Texas 9, Oklahoma, and then you go to New York City, and we're tied for 39th with Alabama.
New York State.
All of the drone testing that is being conducted here in the United States, is being done in North Dakota. So keep in mind that is why they're number 1.
Well, guys, if you take a look at these states we're talking about, see how this list compares with population density. Okay.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're going to know right away those populous states with high density, Illinois, New York State, Massachusetts, California. These states are going to be difficult to navigate as far as the legislative waters, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you look at states like Texas,
right?
The Dakotas.
But this is what
South Dakota's. South Dakota's.
Hey,
speak to anybody from North Dakota, they'll tell you South Dakota's always behind them. Okay, so, but the thing is that you're talking about states where there is not a high population density. So there's
you're
for
right.
lack of a better way of saying it, plenty of room to play.
See, I figured
I'm in one of those states right now, Nevada.
I figured Florida would have been ranked higher than that.
No, well, Florida's got, remember, a portion of Florida is owned by Disney. So Disney's the only or the first commercial entity that has their own no-fly zone, right? When you think about it.
This is true.
I think we still have a listed airport at Graceland.
There's no doubt there still is a on the sectionals, right? Yeah, exactly. I'm sitting next to a Class E where I am right here now.
Yeah.
And I'm 7 miles from McCarran International Airport. So luckily I'm not right up against Class B. I can fly over here. Okay. But if I fly 2 blocks down from the house, then I'm in the Class E.
Did you take your FPV bird with you?
It flew today with the wife watching on the other screen at Red Rock Canyon.
Okay, nice.
I couldn't get in today because Red Rock Canyon is by reservation only right now. Especially on the weekends because well, the tourists come in and if you're going to do anything, you're going to hit Red Rock Canyon right now. During the week, it won't be any problem at all. So I did fly from one of the overlooks. Actually, we went down the road a few miles, pulled off the road. There was a nice pull off, and I flew over there. Used the tailgate of the pickup as my bench, so to speak, and let the wife watch. Still twitchy. I got to really get my rates, that center sensitivity tuned in. But I did run a couple of ridges. I was going up this one mountain and I saw like an arch coming off the side of it. So I wanted to see if I could get through it. But apparently the arch was above my 1,640-foot maximum ceiling from takeoff location by maybe 50 feet. Okay.
Wow.
So, I had contemplated standing on top of the pickup truck and having it take off from there while I held it high in the air, but still that wouldn't have made up for the,
it still wouldn't have
I still would have been short. Ermin, I would have been short and goal, man. Okay. So but I got the Freewell ND filters.
Okay.
For the drone, and I was so happy they had arrived when we showed up, because today it's just pure blue sky out there and it's so bright out here. It would be difficult to get some decent footage, slow it down a bit, get that blur in there without these ND filters. But they're so nice. I mean, it's the simplest ND filters yet. They just slide on. Okay. You can't get the. I'm hoping maybe Freewell releases a gimbal cover that can accommodate it, but the current gimbal cover can't. So you do have to remove
you have to take it
whatever
off,
ND you have on there. Yeah, right. And it's not a variable. So you do have to
25 minutes, and then you guys can find out who gets this stack here.
Wow,
it's eating me too. I kind of want to do it and get it out the way, but then that's
not how you do it.
Yeah, I know.
You push it off, baby.
I'm just trying to
hang with us.
I'm trying to whet their appetites.
You know what you can do? You can get a shot in the drop and drop that commercial in.
Yeah, we could do that too. Let me go make something to drink. Welcome to the 100th episode of Sunday Nights with Those Guys. Don't forget to click that like button. Yes, this is true. Very true. Give me a second.
Yeah, please
We'll make
feel free to
something-
hit that like button.
We could
Even
do it.
though Lawrence is not, even though Lawrence is not ready for the show tonight, he's got to go get his drink. That he
Oh,
should have
really?
next to
Really?
him.
Wow.
Yeah, it proper planning. Okay, that's
You know, but that's just how some guys are.
Hey, Stevie.
well.
Let us know how your week was, Stevie, while I go make something to drink. These guys are
Where are you,
trying to
Stevie?
bust my
Did you
balls.
let
I'll be
Stevie
right-
in yet,
I'll
or
be
what?
right back.
He's right there.
Where is he? There he is.
Stevie.
Well, you
right
know,
there.
I gotta change the mode on this. I can only see somebody's there we go.
You guys hear me?
Uh-oh.
Sure do. And I see you too.
Yes.
That big cabinet space of yours.
Okay.
How was your trip, Tom?
I'm here.
Yeah.
I made it.
Yeah.
Flew today. How was Croton?
Croton was good, man. Croton
Yeah.
was good. We had a blast. You know,
Quadcopters
you.
and Tech. How are you, bro?
Eddie Nunez is gonna release a sick FPV video. I'm gonna tell
He
you right now.
tried to call me before. Unfortunately, I was trying to get off the road with
Did you
some
guys go up to
heartache.
Croton this morning? Because Courtney Darling
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
yo,
He
this
was,
morning we're going to Croton. I'm like,
Stevie.
Okay.
Stevie's ready to recap for us. Go ahead, Stevie.
Yeah, so I was just saying that Eddie is gonna release a sick video on his first FPV run.
Mhm.
He just went for it, man. He came down through the dam, out the other side under the bridge. Just a smooth shot. We played it back obviously after he landed, and I mean he just has a lot of amazing shots.
okay,
Come on,
good.
Eddie's killing it. You know how long Eddie's been flying? I'm not sure.
No, he's fairly new. He has less than a year under his belt.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Eddie
we
Nunez,
the
FPV?
yeah
Uh-huh.
He killed
yeah.
it.
Eddie's been flying FPV for almost a year.
He did really good. He did really good. The bird came back. We were all happy. And then
Any fatalities?
There he is. See, he's going to live long. What's up, UFO?
no,
Eddie
What's
right
up,
there.
Eddie?
I was so happy.
He's like
that-
Beetlejuice. You mentioned his name 3
UFO.
times. He
Yeah,
shows up.
There he is.
I
What's
was
up,
so-
Eddie?
Nobody crashed, man.
I'll call you back later.
I was so happy because
I was going to tell Eddie to save any parts and pieces for us.
at one point,
You know,
the birds up. You know,
What did he fly? What did you fly through there? Your Chimera or something else? Because I know the Chimera seems to be your cruiser, but what did you use to fly that area?
Eddie
there.
talk that FPV talk, bro. 7-inch.
So yeah, that's it. I don't
dude,
know.
let's not talk in inches. I always get an inferiority complex. So, okay.
Yeah,
No,
what
I
did
am
you fly,
Irish,
Eddie?
dude.
I'd be interested to know.
Eddie
What you
came out the gate swinging. I'll tell you that. We just got there so early. It was just
and he
us.
set up and just went straight through.
It was just us. He was the first bird in the air. It was cool. It was a
This
smooth,
way.
and I was watching the whole thing. I was trying
Were
to
you on the bottom or the top?
be
of
on
the-
the top.
Oh,
We
you were on the top of
Off the bridge, yeah.
were right by the drop off of the dam on this it's like a concrete platform.
Oh, he flew the Chimera for the 6 shots. Okay.
Yeah.
It was a sick run.
For those of you who don't know, I'm actually trying to pull up some pictures of Croton Dam. I don't know if I could find any camera drone. I'm Phantom 4 Pro pictures, TikTok shorts. Okay.
It's a beautiful
you
spot,
guys
and that
have some
reservoir.
pictures
That
of the
reservoir
Croton
is
Dam?
gorgeous too. How was the weather?
The weather was, it was windy. It was really windy.
Ooh.
We're
Okay.
real good there.
All right. Well, I
It was
can't
very
find the,
windy.
I can't find
Hey,
the
Herman,
pictures I was looking for.
I tell you, Herman, by the 200 show, he's going to have this down pat. I guarantee you. Okay.
Either that or his fingers will be bleeding.
Yeah. Okay, let's get this shot and a drop in.
It was really windy, and
In true celebration of our 100th live stream, I can say for over the 100th time,
Thanks,
Sunday
Ed.
Nights with Those Guys is sponsored by Those
Those
guys.
guys.
Salute. Thank
All
you.
the best, Steve-O.
salute.
For those of you who don't know, we've been doing this, Bob Casey, for well, I started counting. There were a few before I started counting the live streams, but this is the official 100th live stream. He's going to drop a 15-second clip today. No, you save Eddie. Eddie, don't do that. You save all the good stuff for the video. You drop a teaser.
No. He's dropping his teaser. That's what he's doing.
Okay.
Eddie's got this down.
All right,
Eddie's
all
a
right.
pro.
I'm just making
Eddie's a
sure.
pro when it comes to that side of the fence.
But anyway, getting back to that particular story, that wasn't really a whole lot, but just to tease you guys, I do have an E-Hang story.
Oh, shoot. Of course,
No, it's actually a video. It's not a story. It's actually a video. But before even,
so they paid extra, huh?
I'm just trying to kill time until 6 p.m. Then I can get that over with. What happened, Tom?
I said they gave you a few extra bucks so you'd run the video this time, huh? You've only been talking as of late.
Yeah,
you got to pay up, man.
It's
those stock dividends aren't paying off.
A few of you, Robert C. Thank you for the super. For the $20 super chat. We appreciate you very much. Yes, we had a goal of 100. I'm really thanks, Colton.
What's up with that, Robert? What do you think? You got a non-pensionable,
many more
non-taxable pension there? He's up.
I appreciate it very, very much. And I feel kind of cheap that I have to insert a commercial here. So some of you may see a commercial and some of you may not. I'm just giving you a heads up. It's YouTube's way of making sure you watch a commercial. I just don't hit them every 5 or 10 minutes like some people do. This is already past a half hour, and usually I forget to hit the commercial button. But anyway, Thank you guys. Thank you, Tom, Stevie, everyone in the chat, Bob, Casey, all of these guys that come in here on a regular, Eddie Nunez, Rodney Bell, UFO, Hugh, what's good, Asgard Studios, all of you guys. If it wasn't for you, we would not be here. You're sideways, Tom. But if it wasn't,
I don't know why Zoom just decided, hey, you use backgrounds all the time. Why don't you use a background right now? And I'm like, I don't have a background, so it's
Well, Lawrence,
yes,
thank you, Herman, as well, for all the times that you guys. I know you guys have other things to do, and you guys sign on and put in that work. I know it ain't easy. I've been with Lawrence at a drone session, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta go. I gotta get my show ready." So I know, you guys put in a lot of effort and a lot of sacrifices, that a lot of people don't understand. They think it's easy. So hats off to you guys. And I know Tom has been dedicating a lot of time as well. So
we're having a good time. Good time, guys.
I'd like to thank you guys, for helping us, with making this, this live stream possible. But this is, Lawrence's 100th episode of Sunday Night with those guys.
True. And I wanted to do something FPV because I intend on adding an FPV part to this live stream. I don't know.
I honestly
basically segregating you guys that fly camera.
Yeah, exactly.
Here we go. All you FPV heads, listen to these two.
So honestly, I thought you were going to announce at your 100th episode show that if everyone donates $1, you're giving away 6 Mavic 2 Pros. Okay, just $1.
That's that other channel.
Oh, that's a different channel. Oh man, see, I'm getting old, man. I'm mixing this shit up.
That's another channel, Tom.
Hold on. Let's come back down to earth and let's keep it real. If everybody came in and gave Lawrence $1,
I'll tell you,
he'd still be on the hook.
I still need 1,000.
Look. I'm a firm believer in a profit sharing plan. So,
I hear you.
I want to see a full accounting on the books there. Okay.
You said profit sharing?
Yeah, pocket sharing instead of profit sharing. Yeah,
it's sliding off.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. We appreciate the support, and hopefully we'll be able to do hundreds more. Actually, Herman and I are in the process of trying to make the live stream a little better, and it takes a little bit of equipment and time, and it's more so the time to do certain things. But when we're not trying to get on the Ken Herron level or Casey Neistat level where you play full videos and stuff, but we will make it more entertaining as time goes on.
We actually got a little something special for Wednesday.
Yeah. We're working on something for Wednesday. Those of you don't know,
Stevie, I don't know. Are you ready for this?
Phantom Flight 101 I'm doing the FPV giveaway for the 100th live stream because I fly FPV and I want to do it. Now on Herman's
my
100
giveaway is
show,
not going to be segregated.
Mr. JRC, thank you so much for the
anybody can win.
Thank you for the super chat, the Mavic Pro funds. See,
anybody can win as long as you live in the continental United States.
Yes, the continent of the United States
Canada.
and Canada. I added to the giveaway. And Canada. So we have a few people from Canada.
Got a lot of friends in Canada.
There we go.
Where you live
Good.
at in the United States, Mexico is just as close.
We got 15 minutes and then we can give it away. No, you don't got to do stuff like Casey. I just want to see Lawrence on one wheel EV. On a one wheeler.
See,
Yeah, come on, man. We can get a couple.
You'd
we
have
can
a
get a
better
couple
chance
guys
of getting on a
definitely to
scooter
pony
than a
up one
wheel.
for you to try, man.
Yeah, but that might revoke his life insurance policy.
We had a one up today.
They might just.
Well, you know what? Oh yeah. Who was there?
There was a guy, Paul, I believe.
Paul Stallone.
Yeah,
Paul Stallone, man.
Paul Stallone,
Good people.
He had one.
Thank
good
you,
people.
Mr. J's RC.
And
We
He's
appreciate
good
it.
on that, bro.
listen,
Well,
this
Well, who was there this morning, Stevie?
one wheel? Listen, that guy Paul rolled up a one wheel Skydio, 3D, the what do you call it? The Insta 360 and a GoPro stuck to his vest. He had
Wow.
Yeah. No. He's a
It's a
rolling media farm.
machine, huh?
Yeah, he's a
in the air. Yo, it was like a tech fest.
yeah.
So,
But that's what we enjoy, right? I mean,
See, I told
that's
you,
where it's
bro.
rolling in back. Hey, Stevie, you're going down to Florida, huh?
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
in Florida. Anybody in the chat? If
They're having
Did
a
you
meetup
catch a
down
ride?
there.
Did you catch a ride in Billy's new Tesla or what?
I'll be in the trunk of the Tesla, making sure the batteries don't explode. Nah. I'll be checking the temperature every 5 minutes. Nah. I saw the Tesla. The Tesla.
Yeah. What did he get? What series did he get? The X?
I don't know the series like that. I'm not. Eddie.
It's like a little chopped off back or what?
You got the little SUV joint.
It's like, yeah, it looks like a little in between, like a mid-size.
I think that's the X.
Yeah. But
I saw one on the road today.
that thing moves. Eddie will release some footage on that too. It moves and it doesn't sound like anything. Like it's so weird. You see,
No, and that's the thing. You don't get that. You don't get that feedback. You know.
Billy literally left dust. Like, you leave you in the dust.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny you're saying that. I was on Interstate 215 today, and the truck I rented is Tacoma pickup truck.
Okay.
Thing has incredible torque, and I think it's up around close to 400 horsepower.
Me too.
I was up in the 80s.
13 minutes,
Okay.
rigor mortis.
And this thing was beyond, it was a Tesla X, and it was behind me, and he just moved into the left lane and left me like there was nothing.
It's just
you
like
know?
that. It's just like that. Like,
Yeah, it's just instant power. That's what. Wait,
going to the second location, right? So Billy
Yeah.
takes the U-turn and Eddie pulls out the camera and literally dust. Billy just flew up the road and it was dust because you know how dusty it is by Crow.
Billy got a sick
Yeah.
Tesla.
You got a sick.
Okay.
And Billy is impressive on the FPV drone. I know the hardcore FPV guys right here, they probably don't want to hear about the DJI FPV drone, but it was so funny. Like me and Eddie were already there, set up and everything. Billy just pulled out the FPV DJI drone and ripped. Like he just
Get
ripped.
out of here.
I was in shock. I see them on the camera drone. He just started zooming all over and just, he went under the bridge. He was so close to the water that he was getting drops. He had a land.
oh, he was kicking it up. Yeah.
Man, that boy rips. Billy is badass with that drone.
But he always flies over
He's-
water. He
Right.
flies up
He's
that.
familiar with flying over water because when we were at the Del Air Bridge, you remember, Herman? This,
Yeah.
the bridge, it's an old metal steel bridge that rises up when the boats come through.
Yeah.
I'm
It's a drawbridge.
recording that day Billy was flying his Inspire 2 and I was recording the ship. We were all communicating and I was like, I'm at so-and-so altitude. Billy says, hey, I'm going to go past the ship 25 feet above the water. Now keep in mind, this is 25 feet above the water at 60 miles an hour. Flying the Inspire by himself and panning around it. And I caught all of that on video because I was following the ship from a higher altitude.
Yeah.
As it went under the bridge. So you see him come on the screen,
Yeah.
up behind the ship, slow down, and then arc. He's a good fucking flyer.
He's a good
So Eddie's saying that Billy was ripping it with the wand. Are we talking about the motion controller?
Billy let me use the wand. First of all,
How'd you like that, man?
You know what? Surprisingly,
you got to buy it.
I didn't order it because I thought it was a little bit of gimmicky. You know, I was like, I'm loading up.
The guy that was telling me to get the whole thing.
Listen,
Lawrence, you saw me with it. Lawrence was out the other day with me.
Tom,
and saw me with it.
This week we went out.
Everything.
Listen, yes,
Herman. I filled up with the necessary things: the extra battery kit, you know, the Fly More combo, the actual
not enough batteries.
Phone. You know, I just got the normal stuff.
The guy that was telling me to get the whole thing.
No. Tom said to get the whole thing.
Oh, I told you, bro.
I knew Tom was going to say that.
To the wall.
He came in and co-signed.
Herman, I
you know better.
I should have recommended it.
Oh well, just to let you know, I have to speak for Tom. For it to be his maiden flight with this FPV bird, he kind of scared me. He did fine the whole time, but when he went out over the trees, I was like to myself, I think he should bring it back, you know. But he flew fine, you know. At the end of the park, Tom, where you went, I think up and over.
When it came up and around,
I had lost line of sight.
You lost me in the trees there.
I was like,
I was getting that red. I was getting the red bar at the top, just like today, man. I was flying. In fact,
Corey,
it started to break up on me. Okay, because I went over this ridge. It's weird because when I first take off from where I take off, then I'm diving down about 150 feet. So my altitude is all left up at that point, right? So then I come up this ridge, and then the ridge just drops off. So I just left the power down all the way and rolled down the ridge. And then banked sideways. And my wife says, you're going to hit it. You're going to hit it. Because she's watching on the thing, right? and all I had was that red bar, Stevie, at the top going wah, wah, wah the whole time. I was flying.
Listen, Tom.
Yeah. But those of you don't know, the DJI FPV bird has
sensors.
Optical avoidance. So
down and in front and below
to an object.
Doing your own countdown lines?
The people in the
I am. Now it's actually 8 minutes now.
Wow. DJI FPV bird, everybody knows it has the sensors in the normal mode. If you put it in speed mode, sensors are not going to stop the drone, but they still give you the effect.
They tell you
warnings that it would, like if it was in the normal.
It's letting you know if you pass this point, you're going to fuck up.
So it's kind of scary when you're breathing past trees.
Yes.
And you're getting to the tops of the trees and you're trying to get that cinematic.
Yeah, but you have to, I'm going to tell you something. You have to watch for what they call scragglers. And a scraggler is you have a tree line that's like this.
That's not what I was worried about today.
Something that's sticking up, dead branches or something that you don't see until the millisecond before it hits you.
Well, I learned another
go ahead, see.
Thing. When I was speeding back and forth in that parking lot in that video I put on Facebook.
Yeah.
Herman.
The sun was going down, and I don't know if anybody had this problem with the Mavic 2 Pro, but sometimes when you're flying with the sensors on, the sun will actually set off the sensors. I'm noticing that the FPV, the same thing. There was absolutely nothing in front of me, but since the angle, the sunlight was hitting into the sensors,
it releases a shadow across the sensor. Yeah,
beaming at me like it was going red, and you go into a panic, but obviously, it was absolutely nothing in front of me. I was in a
that's why I like the sports mode, Stevie, instead of flying normal, right?
So I'm talking
because
mode. In eBird, I was getting sun flares causing the sensor to scream, even though it didn't stop me, because like I said, it doesn't slow down or anything.
You just get the warning.
You just get that panic, that you don't get.
You know what I was getting a lot of also? I was getting exceeded gimbal range. Kept on popping up, which had no bearing on anything. First off, I set the drone to 35 degrees. Okay. Took off and then ripped out. But the whole time I'm getting this gimbal exceeded range warning in the lower right-hand corner. But it had no bearing on anything.
What do you want to know about the auto landing, Colton Butler? He's
Well,
saying
auto landing. So look, auto landing works. You know what's nice about this is if you're an FPV flyer, you need some space to come in and land. With this, you don't need any space because you can land this conventionally, vertically. So the nice thing is you can come back in and then lift up the goggles and turn around and land it just like you would
that
any
is
Mavic
true. That is
drone.
true. But
I've seen
Lawrence saw
land
that
vertically.
was,
but
and I did a return to home today to see how accurate it was. I have to say it was probably the most accurate I've experienced across the Mavic line.
You can do vertical landing in FPV.
I've seen Lawrence land vertically, but technically with any drone, you really shouldn't be coming in straight.
Right, because of the wash.
But
no. I'm saying no, Mike, you're mistaking what I'm saying here. I'm saying you got to give yourself some room. Yes, can you? But normally that's not the way it is. They're coming in.
You never fly with
okay.
Lawrence?
And what was happening here was like today, I was on a pullout basically
I got it,
off
Corey.
the road. And there was a barbed wire fence in front of me.
Okay.
So when I came in, I came over the fence a few feet above the fence and then just switched it right back into normal mode and pulled the sticks down and brought it right down. And had no problem.
Shots today. That was super impressive, man.
Well, you guys want to see.
I can't wait to see my footage.
Being that you're talking about this DJI FPV bird, before we do this giveaway in 4 minutes, you guys want to see some incredible FPV flying with the DJI bird? Corey Mano in the chat just sent this to me. Let me just set it up real quick on full screen, and then you guys can see.
No, but there was some.
Check this out.
There was another FPV.
What were you saying?
Yeah, no, let that one rock. I'm gonna tell you.
This is the FPV, and this is line of sight flying. Now, this guy, this is one thing I cannot do anymore since I've learned to fly with goggles on. So just to let you know, your bird can do everything that an FPV bird can do. All right. It's just a matter of how much experience you have and what your skill set is, basically.
Wow. Well, I thought
this is the same bird that you guys are flying and learning how to fly with GPS and stuff like that. And obvious this guy is a real FPV pilot, because I would never suggest anything like that close to the ground with this bird.
He set his rates perfectly.
But that's control, though.
Yeah.
That's that control.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's that control that we all strive for.
This is somebody who flies FPV drones. Okay.
Yes.
This is somebody who's got the muscle memory to understand it and understands the flight dynamics of the heavier bird and all that. Look, see, and this is what I was saying last week when we talked about it. This drone, and Lawrence, right? I said it the other day when we had a couple of other people out with us.
Mr. Crawley.
Flying and taking it in. I said the same thing. This gives you multiple levels to work through to get your confidence level up. But I tell you, if you think you're going to pick this up and today I'm going to fly normal in sports mode and tomorrow I'm going full acro, baby, then you're going to just make sure you bring out a bag with you to pick up the pieces. That's all I'm saying. You gotta build up the muscle memory. You gotta spend some sim time, spend some simulated time. It's just like anything else. It makes it more enjoyable. I think the sim time I spent was well worth it. Was it perfect? No, by no stretch of the imagination. But then, if you've already been a camera drone flyer, then normal, you got that down, no problem. You got basically 3 different levels of sports mode. You got no roll, mid roll, high roll, and then you can go into manual mode, but limited manual mode. So you can't flip, you can't barrel roll. Okay. But that can get you to work with it. You can get much higher speed out of it. And then as long as you resign yourself to starting off at higher altitudes, then you can, after you gain that muscle memory from the manual level mode, then switch into full acro. But get up there around a couple of 100 feet and go into full acro. Yeah, and don't and don't start acro at 50 feet and expect to survive. Okay,
This is
it's not
true.
going to happen.
This
Not
is
going to
true.
happen.
Listen, guys, it is 1 minute to 6. They
Nope.
got all these FPV heads in here, and for those of you who
And those
made it,
FPV heads need to hit the thumbs
those
up
of you
button.
have made it on time. The sim is the only on Apple. The sim is only on Apple products. Okay, I didn't know that.
Understandable.
It is officially 6 p.m. Let me do this giveaway real quick
We got
and show you guys how we do this.
26
because
people watching and only 24 likes.
That's
Come on,
okay.
guys, get those
Come on,
That's
likes up
okay.
there.
Yeah,
that
get
like
those,
button.
get those likes.
Get those likes up
Click
there.
that like button, please. But anyway, this is our 100th live stream, and I'd like to say I would love to give away a lot more stuff, but until the channel gets larger and stuff like that, we will do what we can when we can. Herman will be doing a camera drone giveaway on his 100th live stream, Phantom Flight 101. So make sure you check out Wednesday nights with those guys also. Okay, let me show you guys.
Because it sounds like I'm giving away a camera drone.
Here he goes, man. I thought we were supposed to be
Something-
uniting the people here. Okay. What's
Yeah.
up with that, Herman?
All right. Anyway, let me share the screen and we'll show you guys how we're gonna do this. Now, this random generator just takes the comments that I've left. So supposedly the ones that I've admitted out of the comments list, like Herman, he's a camera drone guy, but he still put them in and stuff like that. Hopefully that stuff works. So
Random selector's been sponsored by
good luck
EHAN.
to the winner. And this is how we got to do it. Go here, go here. I have to go to the video, manage videos. And all right, that window closes. Here's the video right here. We go to TubeBuddy. For those of you who don't know, pick a winner. And that's it. Choose from all comments. If a camera drone person comes up, I'm clicking it again, plain and simple. But I should have taken out those comments.
What is happening here?
I should have taken out those comments.
Wait a second. Wait. I thought you said no. Can't you through this interface instead of selecting from all comments?
I could, but I'm not going to do that. I can put keywords in, but
we'll just exclude you if we don't like your name. We'll move on to the next.
What happens if I win? Can I?
You guys see what I got to go through?
Well, now, Stevie, I think you qualify as an FPV flyer. There you go. So, you know.
Well, being that he's on the panel,
Go.
No, I know.
Here we go.
Yeah, and our families are excluded also in affiliates. Okay, so
anyway, good luck to the person who's name comes up. I'm about to pick it now in 3, 2, 1. Pick a winner. And the winner is Michael McReynolds. You get an F4 Mamba stack.
See,
congratulations, dude.
Congratulations, Mike.
Congratulations,
Michael.
Michael McReynolds, I have to state this because this live stream is also being recorded. You need to contact me via email so we can make arrangements on how to do this. My email is in the About Me selection. For those of you who participated and did not win, I'm going to try my best to do more giveaways just cause, you know, it takes a little time, and I appreciate you guys for supporting Sunday nights with those guys, and we want you to support Wednesday nights with those guys as well.
Yes.
Michael McReynolds, congratulations. You get a Mamba stack, brand spanking new. I'm happy for you, brother.
Good deal, man. Good deal. Congrats.
Okay, there we go.
Happy and congratulations.
That wasn't as hard as I thought it would be.
Congratulations, Lawrence, on your 100th.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yes.
If it picks me, I'm going to give it to someone. Robert.
I'll be right back.
No, it was in that particular video. I made the video and you had to put in and also be an FPV pilot. So Robert, you might have said nice, you know, a few non-FPV pilots did leave comments, but they were like, it's nice you're giving away something. We appreciate that. Thanks for doing it. You know, but so those comments I took out and it did work. It only took from the FPV pilot. So now I have a random, it was rigged.
Always is, man.
Herman,
Always
stop.
is.
Invincible Storm, morning, afternoon, Mr. C, Mr. Tom. How are you, Invincible Storm?
Hey, what's
man?
up, Anthony? How are you,
Anyway,
brother?
congratulations again to Michael McReynolds. He just won an F4 Mamba stack, and I'm happy to.
And so
to be
that
giving it
concludes the
away
FPV portion
on-
of our show today.
Oh, so I guess we're not going to talk FPV no more then.
Okay, we'll go back to talking about the DJI FPV. No problem. So Lawrence, let me ask you, man.
Yeah.
First impressions. That was the first time you saw it.
Yes.
So
Yes.
what did you think?
To
What was
be
your take?
honest, I
Yeah.
was impressed with its stability. I like the fact that you can bring it back home and stop in front of you and flip.
Did you see me?
goggles
Yeah,
up
with the brake,
and-
right? We did that a few times.
and land it like that. I do like the fact that Extreme's bit rate is lower than okay. That's just a warning saying
Okay.
bandwidth
I
is
don't-
low.
Did you guys?
I like the fact that you were able to fly it with the controller and with the yoke
And that
stick.
motion controller, right?
the
The
motion
motion
controller.
controller is sick.
Now, did you
That is
guys
sick.
see Ken Dono's video he put out the other day?
No.
He's working on some 3D prints
Yeah,
for the
battery.
pads. Yeah,
Yes.
On the battery.
to help relieve some of the shock on the
Well,
bottom on land.
well, I'm going to tell you
takeoff.
something. I'm not
That's what I
realizing
said.
that. It's not so much that. I think what it might be, though, and Lawrence, maybe you can correct me here. Ken is an FPV flyer.
Yeah.
So he's coming in a little bit differently on that. And so those of you that don't know, my bag is still
Hey,
out
Tim
of the car.
Jackson.
But the battery, there are 2 rubber feet on the bottom of the battery,
Yes.
and that's actually the 2 back feet on the drone. Okay. But again, I'm coming in and I'm landing and I'm coming down and landing, I'm not experiencing that same scuffing there. I think what it might be, Lawrence, is, Ken's probably coming in at an angle.
He's coming in
And
a
I'm
lot
not talking
hotter.
those.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm not talking, Herman, I'm not talking about that, descending down. I'm talking about you get to the 3-foot level and then you bring it down. Okay. I think Ken's coming down, right, Lawrence, where he's actually running those
I heard
rails
him
a
mention
little bit.
that
Yes.
the drone.
Yes, he is.
No,
Yes.
but he also had mentioned that the drone actually, when it takes
Hey,
off,
drone bum.
kinda leans on the front legs.
Yes, it
Those
does,
are
because
starting to get chewed. But you gotta remember, he's been flying this for a little
so
while.
I'll tell you why. Here's the front blades and here's the rear blades, and Lawrence will bear this out. So what happens is when you power up, Herman,
Takes off.
you're doing this. She's leveling out both sets,
Yes.
all 4 blades, and then taking off. It's clear as a bell, man. Because
it's
even when
true.
she lands,
It takes
she
off and
she
lands on
puts
its hind legs.
on its front legs. So what happens is, Herman, even taking off, okay, the back end rises first.
Oh yes,
and then
yes,
she
you're right.
takes
You're
off.
right. You're
So
100% right about
she's
that.
always launching from only her 2 front feet. Okay. And I think that's also why, guess what you can buy as a spare part on the DJI store? From day one, they
What?
sold those front feet.
Mhm.
Completely replaceable with the antennas, because remember, the antennas are embedded in them. So there's a connection. They're available up on the site.
Well,
So
I
that
just want-
has to tell you. The other thing that worries me is what they also offered for sale right away was the arm stabilizers. So does that mean they have concerns about the construction on those arms? So
well, we already know that from the pictures we've seen of these
yeah,
racks.
but that's from that FPV group pile drivers, bro.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
That
true,
we know.
true,
Okay.
true. You're right. You're
Well,
right.
Yeah, look, see, in order to join the FPV group pile drivers, what you have to do is you fly the sim day 1,
Mhm.
okay? You fly sport mode day 2, and then you go full balls to the wall acro day 3.
And
And if you
drop
can
it
do
into the
those,
ground?
Yeah.
those 3 things, you qualify for the FPV Pile Drivers Facebook group. Okay.
I'd like to
So
say
you don't get the pile drive it into the ground.
I'm guaranteeing you that's done by day 3. Okay.
well, for those of you who have not seen the DJI FPV bird, if you know someone who has one and you fly FPV or you don't fly FPV, it's definitely intimidating. It looks like this little hunchback of Notre Dame that's just ready to rip
It looks like a
throat out.
bulldog, dude. It looks like a
Yes,
bulldog. Okay.
yes. We
Who didn't get fed today.
could do another shot in a drop. Now that Michael McReynolds, congratulations on winning the F4 stack. I wish I could buy 5 of them at a time and give them out. Seriously, because I know people could use them. But as time goes on, as we make more modifications to Sunday nights with those guys and Wednesday nights with those guys, you guys will see the
Take
modifications.
care, UFO.
and
Thanks for
also-
joining us.
And also reap the rewards. Have to go. UFO, thank you for
Don't worry,
coming in and
guys.
thank you for joining and thank you for joining in on the giveaway. Like I said, hopefully as time goes on, we will be
Hit
able to
that
do
thumbs up button on your way
a
out
lot
the door.
more. Yes.
And for you guys that fly camera drones, don't worry, I'm fighting for you for the desegregation of the giveaways on this channel.
My wife told me I gotta fly. I should be more responsible and fly
Thanks,
the Mavic
UFO, for
2
coming in.
ASTV
Even
whenever
the
I fly
props
the
are
FPV
high.
drone. Otherwise, she's gonna get jealous. My other drone's gonna get jealous and not fly right for me. So
I had
okay, that came from the wife.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I had the Air 2, but I only
Yeah.
charged 2 batteries because I figured I wouldn't use it much. But if I had an opportunity, I wanted to have it charged up, and I didn't use it at all today. At
Yeah.
all.
You
2
know?
stations. I pretty much got home.
You about to put the Phantom in front of the house.
If everybody tag their country as well in the videos. Yes. Tim Jackson saying, I'll pull up
You
the-
should put your country into,
yes,
into
put
your
what country
tags.
you're from, and that's a very valid
Yeah, it's a good idea. I
Let
don't
me
do it
just
often.
pull
I
it
know.
up and I will get the email again. For those of you who want to do want to help contribute and a tribute video to Rick Halber's family, here is the email. I actually have, wait a minute, that's Corey Poole. I have the email here. It's Northeast Productions. Okay, they want you to send a 10 to 15-second clip. It could be from your drone, it could be from a selfie stick, but 10 to 15-second clip giving your condolences to Rick Halber's family, saying what you want to say within reason, and it has to be in 30 frames per second. Okay, so this is the actual link, the email. If you want to contribute, send it here to Matt. Oh shoot, damn, I did it again. Okay, let's bring it back up. Tim Jackson. Send it
Northeast
to
Drone Productions at
Matt
gmail.com.
Northeast. Yes, Matt Northeast and or Tim Jackson. I'm sorry about that. And they will make sure that your footage gets put in.
Hey,
I'm probably going to work on mine tomorrow and send it. I'm just going to probably do a chest shot, but they want you to be no more than 60 meters away. I'm guesstimating that's 20 to 25 feet from the camera if you want to show whole body or whatever, but it's your choice. You're creating it. 30 frames per second, and send it to that email in the chat there.
No problem.
Okay. If I ever find a used session 5, I will. You will what? Because I still have an old session 5 I use.
Oh, I got a couple of them.
Session Hero session 5s?
Yeah, absolutely. I put them usually on the fork of the bikes.
Oh, I was about
one looking forward, one looking back.
I was about to say, you want to get rid of a couple of them?
I'm still holding on to them. They still work great, bro.
Yeah. Well, I use
they
one.
Still shoot nice video.
If I'm flying a basher drone, if I'm just practicing tricks, I will not put a camera on. But if I want to show the crash or show my progress, I'll put my Hero 5 on. But when I want the cinematic stuff and the pretty smooth stuff, then I'll use my 7.
So Stevie, 3 batteries enough?
3 batteries enough? No, I don't think so.
No.
I think
I know.
Herman, you should have heard Tom. He was like, I burnt these 3 batteries, and I've come to the conclusion. And I'm like, what? I need more batteries.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's
you should have saw him. He was ripping through the park like a wild man.
It's just that, Herman, here's the thing, that law of that 20-minute battery, right? So we're camera drone flyers, right, Stevie? And we out of the newer birds, that claim to get 30 plus, we squeeze 20, 24, 25 out of them, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So, got to leave something to land with. But these, man, I'm landing with freaking 10% left, bro, because I'm ripping out there, and she's giving me a return to home warning, and I'm going
Early.
shit. I'm like I still got 60%. Yeah, but I'm flying 65, 70 miles an hour. Chewing raw power there.
FPV guys,
sucks it up, man. 10 minutes.
Guys are learning what it means to carry
getting 10 minutes out of that battery.
20 batteries.
3 batteries is like I just only flew a battery and a half on a Mavic Air 2.
You're just getting warmed up. And you know what's crazy is that with the camera drones, with the
hey, what's up, Mike? How are you, man?
Well, a good penny for them.
All the Phantoms that I had, the Pro that I still have, the 4 Pro I still have, Mavic Air 2, all these drones. I can't even count how many times I went in sports mode. Maybe about 4 or 5 times. I never really went into sports mode. I would fly to the location, get my shots, and everything would be cinematic and slow. Mm-hmm. And then I'll bring the drone back. And even when I brought the drone back, some people use sports mode to get back. I never really used it. I would cruise back if I had something on the way back, maybe. So this is just instant sports mode. This drone is just fast. When you put it in sports mode, you're doing 60 plus instantly. And this thing is like a dart.
You know what you guys are experiencing right now? And
it's the lure and lust of FPV.
Yes, I had to experience this. My first FPV bird was, where is it? It's not even on the wall.
Yeah, but Stevie, see the difference is we get to actually enjoy it.
My first FPV bird was this right here. Yeah, right? Out the box. The guy, Hadley's Famous, built it for me out the box. Okay. It's a Q190 frame. They're almost impossible to get, but out of the box, it did straight 70 miles an hour. I instantly slowed this thing down to about 40 with settings. And now that I know how to fly FPV, I've cranked it back up. So that's pretty much what you guys went through. You went from 24 mile per hour drones to light speed. And whether you want to or not, you better put it in normal mode for a couple of trips.
So Stevie,
what he was talking about is that
safety.
He had never flown any of his other drones in sports mode because of the shots that he's trying to get.
Yeah.
Now,
sports mode would be too twitchy.
A lot of guys get into that habit of putting it into sports mode to bring the drone back, or hitting the return to home button to bring the drone back. And I've never, ever understood that whatsoever. Because if you flew out there, you can fly your ass back.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this, Herman. I'll tell you this.
Understood why guys do it.
I really have never needed to use return to home except early on in the beginning, except in a couple of instances where you do get disoriented as to where it is, and you just hit that return to home button real quick, let it come back around, and go, okay, and then I'm out of the mode.
Question.
You don't try
they
to
say in the goggles, you guys.
Yeah. But I'll tell you, the radar dish was screwed up in the early days. Okay, where it wasn't really giving you a true indication as to the orientation of your aircraft as opposed to you. Tom, but that's gotten so much better.
But Tom, maybe you can confirm this with me. But this is this is the main reason that they want you to take off in normal mode. And that's because in normal mode, it will definitely establish a home point as opposed to taking off an acro. Because, well, I'm going to tell you what happens in FPV. if you have a GPS drone and you take off, like I have one that's set to take off before I establish satellite. What happens is while it's flying, where those satellites are established, whether it's out over the water or whatever, that becomes the home spot.
Right.
Now with the DJI drone,
exactly.
they're eliminating that by trying to force you to take off in normal mode.
What's this?
Hey, look at this. We got a super chat, $2. There you go.
Thank you
Plummet
very
FPV.
much, man, for the 100th live stream. Plummet, thank you very much, man. BK, Courtney Darlington, how are you? You
Hey,
guys
what's up, bro?
coming in here showing us support on our 100th live stream.
So, Stevie.
But hold on, which, by the way, Michael McReynolds won the Mamba F4 stat giveaway. So congratulations to him again. I'm sure he's going to hit me up on Facebook and or on via email.
Shout out to Michael, Fly Zone. I see you.
I got to go. Show, thanks for coming. Are we still live, guys? Because, and I'm asking because I've refreshed the chat room window. I'm in the control panel right now, and for some reason the numbers and everything have dropped off. It does.
I got to bounce out
finally. I don't know what happened. We appreciate you all, but dramatically, like there was.
Hey, if you're in the chat, can you see us streaming live? Just drop us.
Yes, if you can see and
we're back up.
Hear us.
Okay, good. So, Stevie, that's a great point because you know what? If it comes too quick, you're going to have a problem. We know it. Okay. You got to spend the time with it. I mean, look, it's an investment. You're right, Stevie, man. You don't want to take what you just spent some good hard-earned cash on and run it right into a wall like the second day you've had it. That definitely put a crimp on your style. But like anything else, if you take a little bit of time to learn it, you're going to have so much more fun with this thing. Like you said, it's so damn capable, right?
Yeah. I think that's the number one tip is take your time.
Take your time. Absolutely the number one tip.
Don't worry about the fancy shots you see on YouTube and Facebook.
Right.
Just take your time. And I was going to
So you guys are having issues out there, F5 and refresh. Things froze for 3 minutes. Yeah. That's what I
pop out and
you know, they cut out my whole tip because they DJI cut us off because they want everybody to crash. They at $300.
No, but yeah.
I cut this guy off, man. He's
I think they actually
tip
kicked some
was
people.
Take your time, learn the bird.
I think it actually kicked people out of the live stream because I see everyone, refresh if there's lag.
They're back.
YouTube, see Stevie started talking about DJI and said, but if you, and it started hiccuping and so I don't know.
They want to make that money. They're like, no, calm down. Let these guys wild out, man. They can do it. They can hit those gaps. They can hit those gaps.
Look, here's so Stevie's tip is the number one tip. Okay, Stevie's tip of take your time, learn it. Okay, is hand in hand with you will enjoy that bird so much more. It is such a capable machine that if you learn it, you're gonna have a blast.
It kicks.
The second one.
Go ahead.
The second one that I think is really, really important is a philosophy you should follow throughout life, and it's not just for drones. Braking distance is relative to your speed. Okay? So if you think you're going to hit that brake button within inches of the obstacle when you're doing 60 plus miles an hour, it's going to stop after you pass through that object. Okay? So remember, it's just like in your car, right? You don't leave enough room between you and the vehicle in front of you.
Yes,
I don't care how quick your reaction time is. Okay, you're talking about thousands of pounds moving. You have inertia.
I agree with you.
So your braking distance is relative to your speed. Keep that in mind. Okay. The other two are features that most people don't realize are there. So the biggest complaint was, oh man, look, the props are in all my shots. They don't need to be. There's something called distortion control. It's in your settings menu. Okay. And you can either turn it on goggles only or aircraft only. You're going to want to select aircraft only. Okay. Because what that's going to do is, remember, you could have two SD cards. One, of course, in your drone, but you could also have one in your goggles. Now, you don't care about the feed coming to the goggles because that's a low-res feed. You really care about that feed that's in the bird, okay? That's writing to the card in the aircraft. And with that one, basically what you're doing is it's handling the distortion control and it's framing. So it's doing a crop, but you're not losing much resolution, okay? Not as much if you had to crop it out yourself. So go ahead and select that. And what you'll see is you'll see the props in your goggles, but when you go and play back that video afterwards, you're not going to see the props there.
Hey,
So that's a good tip.
Hey, Courtney,
And I want to
Darlington
see my
says,
props, by
I'm
the way.
flipping and dipping now, comfortable. Listen,
Good.
that's the
Good, man.
mistake that
You just
FPV
gotta
pilots do, Courtney. I'm
get
giving
too
you a heads
comfortable.
up. They get comfortable.
Get
You
too
never get
comfortable.
comfortable until you can do it in your sleep.
Too comfortable too soon signals
Yes,
you're going to have a
I'm
bad
just trying.
day.
Still need work, but a bit by bit.
Yeah.
That's what you're
Yeah, a little
supposed
bit by
to do.
bit, exactly.
Bit by bit.
Now here's
I
another
want to
mode.
show you guys something real quick. I want to show you what happened with YouTube. I don't know what the F was going on, but YouTube kicked 80% of the people out of the chat. You see, this is the live stream here. You see this white line? Then you get here, it drops off to 6. So it kicked everybody but 6 people out of the live stream. I'd like to apologize for that. I don't know what it was, but either somebody big is coming online and or YouTube.
Oh, Casey released another video.
That wasn't the GameStop stock?
Yeah.
I don't know what
So-
the hell happened, but I
so
apologize.
One other mode that will start to make other FPV flyers a little envious because they thought only they had it. You have turtle mode on this bird also.
Yes, it does.
Okay. So basically what turtle mode is doing is so you wind up, you land, you hit something like that branch, right? And
That
you wind up
scraggle,
landing upside down. So yeah, you can do what every other FPV flyer learned to do first on is walk out there and go get it. Or
It's called the
very
walk of
shortly after
shame.
that,
The
very
wall.
shortly after that, they learned how to use turtle mode. Now, what turtle mode is doing on this bird is it's spinning up the front 2 props and flipping it back over. Okay. So it's actually it's spinning those 2 props in reverse.
Right.
And creating that thrust column.
Provided the props are still
flips it over.
intact.
If they're
Yeah,
not,
Provided
well,
the
that's
props are
always,
still
it depends
intact.
on how hard you hit that branch, right?
Exactly.
Now, she
because-
might also, you might have a partial prop damage, and you'll notice that by right after you take off, and she wiggles her way back to you. Okay, it's time to go check those props. Remember that these props are fixed props. Okay, they are likely to sustain damage more so than a Mavic would, right, Stevie? Because a Mavic has that articulating hub.
right.
So if it hits something, it can bend back, where these aren't going to bend back.
Yeah.
These will take the hit.
And I seen I believe it was Flight Path released a video on those brace
off screen
between the 2 arms. He actually
Oh yeah,
his bird. He had a little crack on one of his arms. I guess.
Aldrin Ostasio from Flight Path.
Yes, yeah.
You see what Night Train put? Turtle mode with that heavy battery. Better buy lots of props. Yeah, because there are times where you try to use turtle mode and you can actually break the prop while trying to flip over.
Really?
If you don't hit the throttle right, it's all a touch thing. If it were a switch that gave it the proper voltage to flip over, but a lot of people, I've seen people in turtle mode flip over.
Not on this. If I'm not mistaken, it does exactly that.
DJ.
Okay.
So you set it to turtle mode, and when it's upside down, it senses that when you hit that prop, it's looking for the turtle mode, and it just automatically sends the right amount of thrust to it. Once you hit that stick, doesn't matter whether you leave it up or not.
Hey guys,
it's going to go through a complete evolution of a flip before it shuts down.
Got an email from YouTube. This site has been updated in the background. Gee, thanks.
Yeah, well, that wasn't a very you know, that's what they call background, by the way.
Yeah. They
I would
kick
call that
everybody.
foreground.
They kick everyone
don't
out the
know.
live stream and make them have to come back in.
You just got to
What you
send them
think
a
about the
dictionary.
bang
Okay?
around like iFlight Project 25 quad,
They
Lawrence?
might know about you and E-Hang.
If you're in, to be
He
honest,
failed to
Courtney
declare the
Darlington,
sponsorship.
if you're into names, if you're into names, it might be fine for you. But I'm more into like quality and parts now.
Oh, wait a second. Wait. Is Courtney going full quad FPV there?
He
What's
just asked me
you know?
about
Come on,
the
guys.
iFlight Project 25. Sounds like he is to me.
Dude, you. I'm sorry, man.
He's crossing
there's
over.
You know what, Courtney? There's a 12-step program for what you got, bro. Okay, I'm just saying. There's a 12-step program.
They need more
Okay.
drones to hang off
For those of you who don't know what the Protec, what drone he's talking about, it's this particular drone right here. It's a new bird. It's a Cinewhoop style bird, but less. It's not as duckless. 315 on Amazon, which means you could probably get it for about 275 from other places. But this is the actual bird he's talking about. And I did see it. My thing is, I've gotten away from Cinewhoops. They're a little too fragile for my cruising. I know some people like it. I don't know who's gonna get it, who's not gonna get it, but
so you get that bird, right? 315, and then you stick a GoPro on top of that, right? And what's the GoPro is another 400.
you stick a GoPro or a naked GoPro.
So
what they're doing is they're stripping down the GoPros.
So hundreds of dollars. You're right, Stevie.
Yeah.
And then you're adding on top of that. And
Just get the
400. You got 7 and change in the air, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How much is the DJI bird?
$799.
Just get the DJI.
Yeah, but DJI bird.
But
go
now
boom.
you got to get a controller.
Hold on.
Now you got to get
DJI
goggles
bird go boom. You cry. You go boom with this bird.
Yeah,
you start looking for parts.
You're looking for octagon shape.
It's the same thing.
Stevie, all I know
It's
is
the same thing.
I don't
Lawrence.
have to heat up the soldering gun.
When you go buy a car, you learn how to drive, you got a car that's manual shit. You'll burn your first clutch, but when you hand that mechanic the money for the next clutch,
you'll take care of it.
Never burn that next clutch.
That's true. That's true. I did do that while driving stick shift. My first car with stick shift, I ate the hell out that clutch. The guy was like, "Yo, man,
Herman,
you scraping a brick across this thing?" But you're right, Herman. The next clutch, I did treat a lot easier and better. You're right about that.
Herman, that first clutch, I thought that was a footrest, dude. Okay, my left foot for that first
clutch. Use it for the brake.
No, my left foot never left the pedal. Basically, I would rest on there. Okay, and I'd be working the accelerator and the brake with the right foot.
They used to call it.
But that's the problem, riding the clutch, man. Putting that extra pressure on there all the time. I burnt out that clutch in no time.
Our few full number of viewers back. I'd like to apologize. I'm going to show it one more time to let you know that it wasn't on my end this time. But if you see this here, this is the live stream. Down here is the dip. YouTube did something, and I received an email later on saying that there was an update. So I don't know what the hell
greatly
happened.
Appreciated.
Just figured
thank you for
guys.
announcing that maintenance window, YouTube.
Yeah,
they might have messed up from
their change management protocol doesn't involve the actual content creators.
From earlier when we first started trying to start the stream.
Provided the weather is decent, yes, I will probably be flying Thursday. If it's I'm like this now. Maybe I got a little bougie, but when I was learning to fly FPV, I was suffering frostbite. There were times Justin and I were out there and like, well, what the hell are we doing? And now that I've been doing it a little while, I'm a little bougie. So if the weather's like 37 to 40 degrees, I'll go fly. But it has to be above freezing. I've had props explode on me. And for those of you who don't know, props exploding are just the fact that it's too cold. And when you fly FPV, your props flex and bend back and forth. And if it's too cold they shear down to the hub. That's what they call an exploding prop.
Wow.
So I've had that happen. I will not fly in anything below 32 degrees anymore because of that. And
plus he's getting old, man. He can't handle that cold
too.
out there no more.
That
I'm in
too.
that club, bro. I'm in that club. I'm moving the hell out of New York because of that.
83 custom deluxe Chevy. Wow. That's taking it back.
Yeah.
I remember my 77
58,
Trans Am.
58,
I thought I was doing
58
something.
Chevy, 3-speed on the column. Overdrive, you pull out on the dash.
Courtney, you know they do have a muzzle that you put your hands in and you put your radio inside of.
Yeah. Muff. It's a
Yeah,
muff. It's an RC muff.
Yes. Yes. So
Hey, Courtney, weren't you buying that for the e-bike too, Courtney? And this way, Courtney, then with the muff on the e-bike, you know, you got a side gig going too. You can be delivering for DoorDash.
You know, you don't have
just
to
saying.
do that with the e-bike. You can go right to the you can go right to the discount store and get 2 oven mitts.
Yeah, you can't go to the grocery store and get the you know,
get
the
2
t-shirt
oven
bags
mitts.
anymore,
That's funny.
And then you just duct tape them right onto your handlebar.
That's the worst part about like in the wintertime.
Aerodynamics and everything.
Okay, Night Train said that same bird is 280 at and RDQ, which is Race Day Quads. So I think he was saying
yeah, but now right,
$280 at Race Day Quads.
280. Then you got to add a GoPro.
Well, usually people that buy those birds already have their cameras, but yes.
Stop. I'm talking about out of the box. Look,
Lawrence,
you're sitting with 3 Rubbermaid totes full of parts, okay? Please.
There had to be a day where guys said, I'm going to do this. I don't have a drone. I don't have a camera.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
But do you realize, Herman, tell me I'm wrong here. Do you realize Lawrence, just like the other FPV is at his level right now, he's got 3 Tupperware totes under the thing, all full of parts. Okay? Yeah, exactly. Okay, so who's he kidding?
Actually, okay. I have like 2 boxes.
Guys,
like
by the way, where do you think these giveaways come from? I'm just saying. Okay? Me and Stevie are going to be cleaning the house too. Okay? It's called the flea market. I mean, Stevie, how many accessories do you wind up collecting?
Remember, I said I was going to do the giveaway. I was thinking about giving away these LEDs that we're giving.
I thought you were counting out cash.
I've decided to take one bird. I've decided to take one entire bird and put these across the entire bottom. So,
wow.
Well, I found a use for them. It was
all I know is
thing.
We have this problem with accessories too, especially with camera drones. I mean, I start to accumulate.
It's even worse.
I start to accumulate so much crap around these things. Okay.
Like what?
Usually if somebody buys a drone from me, they're getting the deal of a lifetime because it's completely outfitted, man. Yeah. It has 5 batteries. It's got extra landing gear if you want it. It's got this accessory, that accessory. Okay. I'd probably give you an extra skin set because I didn't like the way it came out. I reordered them. So, that's the problem with this crap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, guys,
that's why Stevie was afraid to buy the motion controller because he knows who I am.
Listen,
okay.
Billy let me fly his drone with that motion controller.
With the motion controller, it ain't a gimmick, dude.
And he sold it, man. I like I said, I thought it was gimmicky. I was like, I don't need that. I'm not for what I'm trying to capture. But man, that thing moves and it moves smoothly. I mean, Billy mastered it. He was diving like past us, lowering altitude at high speeds. But then when he passed it to me, it was like flying a helicopter almost. You're like, just, the way you see it on TV, like just, I don't know.
Yeah, you got to work the stick.
So you didn't have any issues with the complete turn?
It was sick, man. It was impressive. I was impressed. Impressed enough to think that probably be the next purchase after more batteries.
I'm on to the I'm on the fast track for more batteries.
See that 20 minutes? That 20 minutes cuts down depending on how aggressive you are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Depending on
Stevie, you got to get the sponge foam.
Yes,
for the bird also.
The light leak in the side.
Yeah, the light leak was terrible.
That until I put my hands there. And I
Yeah,
was like,
and
wow,
realize.
such a better view.
So one thing I did was I ordered the sponge foam. They came in time, luckily, and I put them on. And they come also with a little thin strip for the nose. I put that on. It wasn't comfortable on my nose. So what I did was I took the original pair and I cut the nose out of the original pair, put that in. Then I put the sponge foam on. And Stevie, freaking like a glove, man. There's no light leakage at all.
Here's a question. Those goggles, they have to have a fan?
Right on the yeah, there is a fan. When you first plug in the battery and turn the battery on, the fan kicks up.
Okay,
you hear
but
it right away.
Is there an on-off switch for the fan, or you do it
No.
through telemetry?
There's a thermostat in the device.
Okay.
So it turns on the fan as necessary.
So it'll pick up the moisture, because a lot of times
yeah.
Have
no
the
fogging.
goggles on their head.
No fogging.
And
it's got,
you go to put it down and then
intakes,
it fogs up.
It's got 4 different intakes and they're fluted. So it's got intakes at the top, it's got intakes at the bottom.
Okay.
And there's always air moving, but not to the point where my eyes get irritated, because that could be a problem too. If there's too much air movement inside the goggles, it could bother you. It could dry out your eyes.
But
no,
it was just know right. Where you ordered the foam.
DJI. Okay. DJI, it's the sponge foam, not this regular foam. Sponge. It actually says sponge foam. $15. Now you could order it up on Amazon. You're going to find out that they're selling it up on Amazon for $30-$40, and it's coming from a marketplace seller. So they could be waiting for your order to order it from DJI. Now I was going to order it from Ken's Drone Works and have it sent out here, but to get it in time, it was going to cost me like
not a problem.
$35 in
we appreciate it.
Hey Stevie, you take care, brother.
Yeah, I gotta go, guys.
Have a great evening, Stevie. Thanks for popping in
on the 100th show, and everyone in the chat. Thank you guys for supporting the show as well. And I'm out of here, man.
Thank you,
man.
Take
care, Stevie. All the best of the family, Stevie.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone.
Stay safe, bro.
Hey, Tom, I had sent you a link. Was that the right thing you were talking about?
It was like that, yeah. Guys, buy them from, and I blame Ken Dono for this, by the way. He mentioned the foam early on, and he even said on one of his recent podcasts, after I already ordered the foam from DJI, that DroneWorks was having trouble keeping it in stock. It was flying off the shelves. In fact, he had to go buy some from his competitor in order to satisfy some of his orders.
Okay.
So definitely, I don't know. It's the exact same price as the one they include with it. First, and so that means if they're selling it at $15, it costs them less than $1.50 to make. Why not include it in the box? Or better yet, why not make this the default one? This is more of a universal fit. And it's much more comfortable. The other thing, Lawrence, I ordered right away was a fat strap, and get rid of the DJI strap. The problem with the DJI strap is, it's the one that comes, it's got the 3 connections, right?
Yeah.
But the problem is when you lift up the goggles and put them on top of your head, at least with the fat strap, the elastic is still keeping it up there to some degree, right?
Right.
With this strap, it's relying on that top crown to hold it in place.
And
so it's really not.
Does it?
It doesn't have enough elasticity.
That's it there.
Yes, that's the one that comes with it. That's not the right one.
Okay.
That's the one they supply with it. That says foam padding. The one you want is the sponge foam padding.
Okay.
And now what happens? So when I would lift it up on top of my head,
EVR,
and of course you go to do something, it flaps right down and it actually sits on the bridge of your nose and you can't see a damn thing then. And it was constantly doing that.
Okay.
So with the fat strap, you're not going to realize that problem. So get rid of the DJI strap, get rid of the OEM foam that comes with it, buy the other set, or if you're going to buy from DJI, go ahead and buy the sponge foam at the time you order it. Okay. I would definitely get that. And that's also the time to buy yourself some extra props. But Yeah, that made all the difference for me, especially coming out here and it's so bright that the others cause just too much light leakage on the side, you know. And if you
Okay.
get a little bit of glare in there, you're going to lose the
Yeah,
acuity of where the aircraft is. So
it does. Light leakage is very damaging, and it's also a distraction.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not,
Corey said, Courtney Darlington, it says it stops your breathing.
well, what? That's the original ones you have on there, right? You couldn't get them tight enough on your face, man.
Yeah.
You know, it actually is. My wife said it. My wife is Pacific Island Asian, and she even said it's for. It seems to be more for a flatter face, more for a
Okay.
An Asian structured face.
That's a very strong possibility.
Yeah, and but I tell you,
I could believe.
She tried them on with this, and she thought they were much more comfortable too. So. Yeah, definitely. That's an upgrade you got to get yourself.
All right. Well, look, we're about to get out of here, Tom.
Congratulations
to Michael McReynolds, who won the
it's almost 4 o'clock
F4
here.
stack. Okay, huh?
I said it's almost 4 o'clock here. Yeah, man, it's getting late.
Yeah, well, it's almost 7 o'clock here, and I need to go eat dinner. I purposely starved myself for tonight.
So you're doing steak tonight for your 100.
No,
right?
no, you know what tonight's going to be? An entire frozen pizza.
Wow.
In one sitting, just you?
After I doctor it up.
Oh, okay.
Well,
just you?
Lars,
yes.
I mentioned on Wednesday that there were women to watch in the in UAS. Yeah. They were having their global fifth.
I was going to say women besides Deneen to watch.
Well,
yes.
Well,
she got skills. That girl's got skills.
Wednesday.
Yeah, that show. The episode you did last Wednesday.
Wednesday, I'm gonna have Lost Girl Hikes on the show.
She's coming on the stream. Excellent.
Gonna come on the stream. We're gonna talk a little bit with her about her channel.
That's Angela, right?
Yes, Angela.
Yeah,
she's gonna come on and talk with us a little bit on what's going on with her channel and what's going on with her. So I plan to try and reach out to some more women in the industry, in the hobby, and have them come onto the channel. At least this month, until the month is over. Probably stretch it into next month.
Let's get see if you can get Deneen on. Man.
Few of the women that are in the hobby to come on the channel and talk a little bit about themselves. So we're gonna have a regular show as usual, but we're gonna have, she's gonna come on and as a part of the show and just talk a little bit about her channel.
Hey Corey, what's good?
Things back and forth. Hope we have a good time.
No cardboard pizza, Corey. No YACL. That's my boy Corey. He says just get some Domino's. I can't do the cardboard pizza. I'm sorry. I have to be really drunk to eat cardboard pizza.
To do the Domino's?
I try. They make half decent wings, but I try. Sometimes it's best you don't know how your food is prepared. But the very first time I walked into a Domino's, I see a kid he gets an order for pizza. I didn't know he takes the same size dough out of the pan, and he has 3 templates, and he presses it out to the size of the pizza that he wants, which means even if it's an extra large one, it's still that same piece of dough. But the point I'm making is he pressed it out, he decorated it, looked real nice, and he took it with the giant spatula and he put it on a conveyor belt. And he started making the next order. And by the time he was halfway done making that pizza, this pizza was just slowly starting to go into the machine under the conveyor belt. And then it dawned on me that that pizza going into the conveyor belt was mine.
Dude,
after seeing
how do you
it
think
go in
they
the
turn
machine,
$1 on what they charge
pizza's
for
not
pizza?
supposed to go into a machine on one end and come out the other end cooked.
Dude, how do you think they give you 14 pies on a special?
How do you think
the same low price?
Grill works at Burger King?
Dude, when do you think the last
I know.
year that Burger King actually flame broiled a hamburger?
That's why.
Okay.
That's
They
why
did that for the ad back in the early '80s.
I
Okay,
know
that
we
was
did
the
it
last
when
a
I
time.
worked there.
a lot of them
And
microwave
it
their
did
food
have,
now.
it does have a flame broiler, and it worked on a conveyor belt.
I also know
But-
everything on Olive Garden menu is frozen and in a
Well,
bowl,
we
and they
went to
nuke it. And
Applebee's one time, and the grilled chicken came, but unfortunately they forgot to cook it. But it still had the grill marks in it.
yeah,
Okay, painted on.
it's better
Okay,
to
so
cook. It's better to cook
look,
at home.
No, but
Yeah, unless you're cooking it yourself.
when
Just
I worked
suspend
at
belief.
Burger King when I was in college, it did go through a conveyor belt.
Yeah, back in the day.
I remember
old,
that,
dude.
a flame broiled
Okay.
conveyor belt. You're right.
grill.
You're right.
Yeah,
But listen,
yeah.
we need to get out
Just
of here
like
because we're
Wendy's
talking
used to
about
be
food.
so juicy, you needed extra napkins, right? There's nothing drier than a
Right,
Wendy's burger
There
today.
was a time Wendy's, you bit the burger and it ran
And
down
it
your
just
neck.
dribbled down
Yes,
everywhere,
I
right?
do remember.
Now,
Now you
okay,
bite the burger and say, "Where's the beef?"
and dust comes out. Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, we appreciate you much. Congratulations, Michael McReynolds, for winning. There's the Mamba stack. I'm sure you'll be in touch with me. We appreciate you guys. This was live stream number 100. Hopefully, they will only get better. We appreciate you all for
Congratulations.
coming in. Yes, I know Olive Garden is total trash, Corey. I know. It's a frozen food. If you go back there, everything they pull out of a freezer. I know. I've
Just
seen.
get the salad and
Even
the
those
breadsticks.
Yeah, right.
Even the breadsticks.
The salad and the
Or better
breadsticks.
yet, you can go to Walmart and you can buy cheddar biscuits that they sell at
Red Lobster.
Red Lobster, that everybody goes crazy. They
Yeah.
sell them in the frozen food section there.
This
so,
is true.
along with White Castle burgers, by the way.
Yes,
Which, by the
and-
way, they have 2 White Castles out here.
Oh, so
Okay.
you're good to go
But
then.
no, here's the freaky thing, dude. The first time you order them and you try, what the hell? They put mayo on them out.
Oh, stop.
No,
They
I ain't
just killed
shitting you,
it.
man.
They just
You know,
killed it.
I don't mind
Herman's
mayo
a
on
big
burgers, but I want to
non-mayo.
know it's going to be there.
Herman's
And
a big
I'm-
non-mayo
yeah.
person, and I loved White Castle, and I just tried to experience it with mayonnaise, and
That's a regional thing.
it's a
Yeah.
regional,
Well, it's the West Coast, right? And pineapples on pizza, right?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the
so-
McDonald's
regional
went
thing.
to the
Yeah, not
clam
me, bro.
press cookers.
Because
Yeah, you're
White
right.
Castle is a one person owned company. It's not a franchise, and
They actually treat their employees pretty good.
Thanks,
they
Colton.
they actually go and they make their menu based upon the region in which they're in.
Yeah,
Like when they
yeah.
I think,
But I would say probably
have things
some
that
of the
appeal
most
to them.
pleasant kind of staff you ever deal with is from White Castles. They actually treat their employees pretty well. So, out of the fast food joints.
Listen, I'm about to get the hell out of here. This is live stream 100, and we appreciate you all.
got
We
5 more
appreciate
minutes,
everyone who comes in, everyone who came tonight. Even if you came just for the giveaway, we appreciate you coming.
All right.
Please
And hit that
be
thumbs
safe.
up button to show your appreciation.
Yes, be safe and fly safer.
Don't forget to check us out on Wednesday night.
Yes.
Wednesday
Phantom
night.
Flight 101.
Special guest Wednesday night.
We'll be back at it again. Have a
Good
great
deal.
evening, guys. Have a good week. Be safe.
See you later.
Peace and love. Peace and love.
And now, okay, that is